Baby Wood, aka Woody 3. Born and raised in Compton, born at Dominguez Hospital. You know, my mom, she was 13 years old when she conceived me. My dad, he was 15 years old. You know, my auntie Crip Connie, you know what I'm saying? From Grandies, you know what I'm saying? She a Cripolette, OG. And my uncle, Big Woody, aka Big Wood Rat, you know what I'm saying? You know, that's really where my love developed, you know what I'm saying? As being, I got pictures. I'm 3 years old throwing up the hood. Around homies that's down there 24 years old. I'm gonna take y'all to my school too. Elementary school, you know, where I first started like drawing and shit, you know. Hey, I still got homies, you know what I'm saying, from Porch Village that I remember elementary school, man, when I was drawing and shit. Longfellow Elementary, neighborhood. My dad ended up taking me out like 5th grade. So I'm still mad at Pops taking me out that motherfucker. Jumped off the porch. I was probably like 16 when I really started gang banging out here. I was like, no matter if it's the worst enemy, you know what I'm saying? Niggas that's in there killing one of your homies, you gotta ride for them. You know what I'm saying? You gotta ride for them because it's Compton at the end of the day. Type of cars y'all dudes be sending y'all in prison. That was me joining them, you know? Having to be a black person. And people used to be like, man, you cold for a black artist, man. Oh, but as a clothing designer, it's like styling, you know what I'm saying? Since a kid, I always been dressing, you know, my family, you know what I'm saying? My dad always kept me dressed up, my aunties, you know. And I want to be one of the first big clothing designers up out of Compton. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm out here telling my story, trying to get them to change over their Tar Babe logo. You know what I'm saying? I actually take pride in being a Tar Babe, you know what I'm saying? So I drew something that reflect that we all gonna like that. Everybody gonna take a liking to that's a Tar Babe. You know, everybody got rest in peace homies, but you know, ain't nothing gonna bring them back. You know what I'm saying? I want to represent Compton on a greater scale. You know what I'm saying? So I was in prison representing Compton all this time. You know, it wasn't about my neighborhood. Don't get me wrong, that's where I'm from. I'm from my neighborhood, but you know, Compton as a whole is greater. You know what I'm saying? And we actually a little big city. See, we actually a little big city, man. Everybody know Compton is the trenches, no matter what part you're from. You know what I'm saying? Like we come from the struggle, you know. But we also got talent. We also got talent out here. You know, I'm just trying to make the best of my talent, my art talent, and you know, my creativity. You know what I'm saying? My drawing, my clothing design. I want to pit on Compton around the world. You know what I'm saying? I want to get in with the city of Compton. You know what I'm saying? Also, you know, that was like the biggest thing I wanted to do being in prison was, you know what I'm saying, give back to my family. You know what I'm saying? When I was in prison, you know, it was my aunties and my dad was there for me, man. And that's what hurt me the most, was not being able to be there for them. You know, my mom, she ended up having a nervous breakdown and living on the streets homeless. You know what I'm saying? That was one of the fucked up things that hurt me being in prison. You know what I'm saying? You out here gang banging, you know, you end up getting killed or in jail for life. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna wish that you could be out there with your family. I spent most of my life in prison than I did on the streets. You know what I'm saying? From that. I want to teach and tell motherfuckers real. I want to tell them something different. You know, I feel that that's my part. You know, I believe that that's why God got me here is to do that. You know, because shit, I didn't survive my mama getting an abortion. You know what I'm saying? At 13 years old, my auntie talked her out of it. Told her that's a sin as amongst God. You know what I'm saying? And I'm here. I didn't survive getting shot with an AK-47, almost dying. You know what I'm saying? On my case. You know what I'm saying? I didn't survive that 90-life sentence, you know what I'm saying? That 19-year-old, that 17-year-old juvenile, you know? It's crazy because I never knew, and I never knew myself to have a passion in clothing design, you know? You know, I draw, but you know, designing clothes, that was a whole different type level, you know? I never realized, I'm like, damn, I already got a passion for this shit. I really want to put on for my city. You know what I'm saying? This is really what I got a passion for. You know, this is something I'm going to really do. You know what I'm saying? Every dime I get, I'm going to put into this shit. You know what I'm saying? Not even just for my own clothes, designing for myself, but like I said, I want to give the world a taste of designer. You know what I'm saying?
Dope. Cub was a nigga who always made sure he kept dope shoes, dope clean shit on. So to have a vision to get out and be like, man, I want to make my own shit. You know what I'm saying? That's nothing. Other homies and it influenced us to want to bang and do that. It's gonna be niggas watching you. It's like, okay, that's Baby Woody, fresh out, 21, did no bullshit, nigga, walk this time off. Man, I wanna be like her. What is he? Oh, but he ain't telling me to pick up a gun and do no bullshit. He ain't telling me to go rob this bank. He ain't telling me none of that. He telling me, go to school, learn this, learn your craft, find something you passionate about and chase that. So now you grooming the next generation of a nigga that's gonna be doing the same thing you
are. You know what I'm saying? That's what I was saying too. We got talent in our neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? Even though we done went through so many wars since, man, 89 and so many deaths around here, but you know what I'm saying? We got talent as well, and that's what I'm trying to bring out, you know what I'm saying, to the world. I want us to produce our talent to the world and show the world, man, with that we come up out the trenches with talent, man, and with a gift, and we different, you know what I'm saying? I think that.
Oh my goodness, oh my goodness. Oh, I love it, I love it, I love it, I love it. I love it so much, it's so wonderful.
I'm a top shot. You wanna roll with the mob?
What's going on? Baby Wood, aka Woody 3.
Free T Black, Denzo and Baby Wood.
Free my nigga, free Woody 3.
Buy my hoodie, free my nigga Woody. He been gone a very long time.
Out of Compton, born and raised in Compton, born at Dominguez Hospital. You know what I'm saying? My family, they've been living in Compton since the early 60s. Yeah, my grandma, she moved over here in the early 60s from the Jordan Down projects. My grandma, you know what I'm saying, she had 9 kids, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, she had a family of 9. Yeah, my mom, she was 13 years old when she conceived me. My dad, he was 15 years old, you know, but, you know, all my life as a kid, my mom always told me that she didn't even know what sex was, you know, when she had me, you know, and my dad being 15, you know what I'm saying? My mom said my dad didn't claim me at that time, you know, but he was young, you know, my dad took care of me, you know, all my life, you know what I'm saying? As far as, you know, the form side and the nutty block side, you know, it's been kind of like conflict since like 89, 90 era, you know what I'm saying? But like growing up, you know, I was raised on both sides. I spent my life on both sides, you know what I'm saying? In the forms, you know, my auntie Crip Connie, you know what I'm saying? From the Grandies, you know what I'm saying? She a Cripolette OG. Like the Grandies, you know what I'm saying? That's my mom's side, and my cousin, you know what I'm saying? Larry and Isaac, Lil Capone from the forms. So that was like my big brothers, you know what I'm saying? Being when I was over there, you know. But then my dad's side, you know what I'm saying? They from my neighborhood, from Nutty Block, you know. I got the name Woody, you know. It's a family name. My uncle, Big Woody, aka Big Wood Rat, you know what I'm saying? He got that name from, you know what I'm saying, when he was a kid, he used to walk around with a wood rat on his shoulder, you know, and they used to call him Wood Rat, you know what I'm saying? If I ain't mistaken, you know, one of the stories, I think Tony Story or somebody named, that's what he used to tell me, you know, Tony Story used to always tell me, he gave me that name, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, from Wood Rat, it went to Woody, you know what I'm saying? And my dad, he Wood Woody, so I'm Baby Woody, you know. Yeah, growing up, in Compton in the early 90s, well, as far as my street particular, you know, that's where all the homies hung out at, you know what I'm saying? You know, my neighbor, BG Rab and Ghost, you know what I'm saying? Like, towards the early 90s, you know, that's where they was at. All the homies used to be at their house, in front of their house, shooting dice and drinking silver satin with the Kool-Aid. You know, I used to watch them, you know what I'm saying, on the sidewalk, you know, shaking up the silver satin with the Kool-Aid, you know what I'm saying? Shooting dice and homies hanging out, you know, pistols hanging out their pocket, you know what I'm saying? Down there 10 deep, you know what I'm saying? There's always love. They embraced me with love since I was a kid, you know what I'm saying, due to my family ties, you know what I'm saying, due to who my uncle was, my dad was, you know, my family was, you know what I'm saying. And, yeah, like even during that time, I used to be in the backyard, you know what I'm saying, with BG Rab and J Rock and, you know, Ghost and watch the dog fights, you know what I'm saying. They used to always have, you know, dog fights in the backyard. I'd be on the top of the car. I'm like, they're 7 years old, you know what I'm saying? But they have, you know what I'm saying, if they win, you know what I'm saying? I really like looked up, you know, to my older homies since a little kid. Then they're 7 years old, 6 years old, you know, towards the mid-90s, you know, it's the Kemp House. You know what I'm saying? That's where all the homies used to kick it over here. You know what I'm saying? But, yeah, but like both, like, shit at Rab House, you know what I'm saying, in the early 90s, you know, they used to, even during the like shootouts occurred, I used to look out the window, you know what I'm saying? I used to look out the window at the shootouts, you know what I'm saying? I was infatuated with guns and shooting, and, you know what I'm saying, since a little kid, because I used to rent movies.
I used to rent movies from the square, you know what I'm saying, the movie store, neighborhood, it'd be cowboy Indian movies, you know what I'm saying? So that's what took my infatuation, you know what I'm saying, with the gunshots and shit, looking out the window. All my family was on the ground, you know what I'm saying? Next morning, I go over there picking up the bullets off the ground, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, at the camp spot, you know. I used to also watch the gunshots over there, the shootouts, you know, since I was a little kid, you know what I'm saying? And, yeah, like shit, one time, you know, I even ran outside thinking my dad was out there, you know what I'm saying? You know, in mid gunfire, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, like 97, my homie J-Rock got killed on his front porch, you know? I was like in 6th grade, you know, the homie was like 21 years old, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, they was all like a big part of me, you know what I'm saying? From Rab, Ghost, and you know, J-Rock, you know, Rab, you know, he passed in like 1994 in a car crash or whatever. And, even as a kid, I still remember he used to snatch Betos and, you know, tie a string onto the leg, and we would flying the Beto, you know what I'm saying, in the front yard, you know what I'm saying? You know, my homie J-Rock, I used to watch big dog fights, you know what I'm saying? I was like, big bro, you know, I still remember him swerving down the street, you know what I'm saying, in his car, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, it was even times, like it was time I even came and got him. I was dealing with a bully. I was trying to bully one of my best friends, little David, you know what I'm saying, went to J-Rock house. You know what I'm saying, got J-Rock, we feel me, we go over there and feel me, I whoop on the dude. Yeah, I was down there like, 8 years old at this time, you know what I'm saying? I'm J-Rock probably like in his 20s, you know what I'm saying? 18 years old, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, when he passed, it was kind of like, yeah, it was like something, you know what I'm saying? It kind of like fucked me up being like a kid, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, towards like the mid-90s too, I was in my homie BG Knockout and Drake's the video, you know what I'm saying? 50-50 Love, Jealousy video. Yeah, it was, you know, in the early 90s, you know, mid-90s, it was cracking around here this year. You know what I'm saying? That's when, like, the era, like, the first, you know what I'm saying, the ATF beefs, you know what I'm saying, started. So it was cracking, you know what I'm saying, the case block, Spooktown, Formwall, you know what I'm saying? That era of the beefs, you know? But, yeah. You know, but also, like I said, I took a lot of pride, you know, by me being raised up. All the homies, you know, shit, they embraced me with love, you know what I'm saying? Like as a kid, you know, my auntie Sherry had raised me. My dad and my mom, they was young, you know. My mom was then, like I say, she was a teenager when she had me. 13. My dad, he was 15. You know what I'm saying? So my auntie had raised me, you know what I'm saying? And being around the homies, you know, at the different little spots. You know what I'm saying? They embraced me with love since I was like a little baby, you know what I'm saying? So it's you know, that's really where my love developed, you know what I'm saying, as being from Nutty Rock since a little kid, you know what I'm saying? Like I say, I was probably like 5 years old. My homie, Fat Ant was the first one who told me, you know, I was gonna be Baby Wood from Nutty Rock, you know what I'm saying? That time I told him I wasn't gonna gangbang, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, eventually in elementary school I started claiming the hood, you know, and from then it's just been, you know, my dad used to whip me though. I'm not gonna lie. He used to whip the hell out of me. That's one thing he didn't want me going up gangbanging, but you know, shit, this is what happened, you know what I'm saying? I am eventually being from the hood, you know. I'm gonna take y'all on a little trip, you know what I'm saying? Show y'all a little, you know, take y'all on a little tour through the neighborhood, you know what I'm saying? This was like in the early 90s, the camp spot. This is where I used to be looking out the window, watching all the, you know, the shootouts take place and shit, man. Over here, right here, the homie J-Rock got killed in front of on his doorstep right here. Shit, the house right there back in like let's say like 97. I was like 6th grade, you know what I'm saying? You know, J-Rock, man, that was a big bro right there. Growing up, you know, always to mimic the homie Bam, Strike'ems. You know what I'm saying? We gonna get to that wall over there. in a second, man. I used to be copying his hit ups. You know what I'm saying? Going home, you know, writing on the wall. I mean, I'm not writing on the wall, but writing on paper and shit. You know what I'm saying? My dad used to be whipping the hell out of me, you know? For gang banging, you know what I'm saying? For winter gang banging, elementary school. You know, even though my dad from the neighborhood, you know, that was one thing he was always against. You know what I'm saying? Was his son gang banging out here. You know, even though I grew up in the middle of all this shit, you know? Yeah, like probably like early, like 2000, man, my homie Fat Albert got killed right there on that corner right there. Kemp and Caldwell. Yeah, it's been like, we took a lot of losses around here, you know what I'm saying? Like even just growing up, you know what I'm saying, as a kid, you know, but yeah, you know, it's just always been pride, you know what I'm saying? Just a little kid growing up over here. You know, people don't be understanding, you know what I'm saying, the decisions that you make, and, you know, why you love your hood so much, you know what I'm saying, until they be in your shoes, you know what I'm saying? Being embraced since little ass kid. I got pictures when I'm 3 years old throwing up the hood around homies that's down there 24 years old, you know? Yeah, it just get real deep, man. I'm gonna take y'all to my school too, elementary school, you know, where I first started like drawing and shit, you know. I've been really drawing all my life, you know. That's what led me to being a clothing designer, you know what I'm saying? It's crazy because you be growing up in the hood as a kid, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, only thing you know is really gang bang, but the whole time you got a talent underneath your belt to make you something greater, you know what I'm saying, in life, you know? But as a kid, I always wanted to be an artist. You know, that's something I just wanted to be since, like I say, since Longfellow, man. I wanted to be an artist. It's just, I just got caught up in the streets. I just got caught up in the gang life, you know? But I can't even say I have no regrets, you know, it's just shit, you know, I'm just a product of my environment. You know what I'm saying? Just like many of us. You know, we product of our environment, man. Especially when you grow up as a kid, you know, in the neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? You getting love and embraced. You know, you getting love and embraced by the homies. This was the wall right here, man. My homie Bam always used to strike up, man, when I was a little kid, man. He had down there like 10 hoods whacked out on this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so homie used to have this motherfucker striked up. You know, that's why I really just learned how to, you know, hit up the walls and tag and mimic, you know, since I was a little kid, though. I first started drawing in elementary school. You know, so I still got partners, you know, who remember me. I'm gonna go through the trail. I still got homies, you know what I'm saying, from Porch Village that I remember elementary school, man, when I was drawing and shit, you know. So they still bring that shit up, man. My boy Burger from the village, from Porch Village. My boy Red, you know, Baby CeeLo. You know what I'm saying? My boy Clues, you know, J Smash. And shout out to my boy J Smash, man. Give me free J Smash, you know. So when I first really started, you know, trooping out here, man, I had him with me. You know what I'm saying? Got put on the hood and shit. That was my best friend, you know, since Longfellow, you know, standing around the corner from each other, you know. My bro, man, I love you, man. But yeah. Got Longfellow right fast, man. People be saying that they hood the trenches, man. It's the trenches right here, man. It's the trenches, man. Since a little ass kid. I think, man, it's always been cracking. This whole neighborhood been cracking, man. There ain't been none wars around this motherfucker.
trail right here, man. I ain't been in this motherfucker in years. I ain't been in this hella years, man. We always go and just chill. You know what I'm saying? Even as teenagers, man, we come through this motherfucker. Shooting dice, tagging in this motherfucker, man. Shit is crazy. Just walking through this motherfucker after all these years, man. Yeah, this is my elementary school right here. Longfellow. This is when I first started learning how to draw right here. You know what I'm saying? Right here. Longfellow Elementary neighborhood. Yeah, so I also was, I ain't gonna lie, I was up here gang banging too. We were getting into it with the homies from Park Village, man. We crossing out each other's hoods and Crayolers. Nah, but it's all love with them same niggas though, man. On the real, but you know, we was kids. On the real, them my boys, man. And shout out to, say, Chewy, Clues. Clues still used to bring up shit with Lil Clues. He still used to bring up that fight, you know, when I got in high school, where I bit his arm. He like, man, you remember you bit my arm right here? That's my bro. I just hollered at him 2 days ago, though. Real. I love him. This the real trenches right here, man. Nutty block. Yeah, look at the long fellow right there. Cool. I stay getting fights at this motherfucker, man. Always getting into a damn fight. My dad ended up taking me out in like 5th grade. In 5th grade, my dad took me out. So I always getting into shit, man. I'm always fighting and shit. He sent me to Leapwood. I graduated from over there. I'm still, shit, I'm still mad at Pops taking me out that motherfucker. Yeah, but when I jumped off the porch, I was probably like 16 when I really started like, gang banging out here. So I was like 16 years old. I bust somebody in the head. You know what I'm saying? At Compton High with a lock, and that nigga came to the hood looking for me. So I didn't. So on that time, you know what I'm saying? I'm just like, fuck it, I might as well just really start, you know, gang banging out here. You know what I'm saying? Somebody looking for me. I started hanging with my boy N-Dog, a little Spank. That was like 2002. Yeah, I was like 2002 era. During the time of like West Side beef. It was cracking, man. Wars, shootouts. I ain't gonna lie, I started standing in the house. My grandma was on me like, boy, they out there shooting. Yeah, your ass been in the house now. That shit was live though. Yeah, but like growing around here as a teenager, that shit open. Oh yeah, growing up, my neighborhood as a teenager, you know, you always had to be strapped, man. Gotta watch every car, cause you don't ever know what car gonna take your life around this motherfucker, man. You know what I'm saying? It was real. But yeah, what made me take, you know, gang banging serious, like I say, my homies, I killed my homie J Rock since I was a kid, and you know, just lost his, and my auntie Sherry, she used to be on me as a kid, like, man, I don't know why you want to gang bang. You only gonna end up in jail or dead. So like with that mind state, you know, it was just like shit. It's the life I signed up for. You know what I'm saying? You know, I could potentially lose my life for this shit. You know, but I ain't gonna fold. I ain't gonna do no telling. You know, I always had in my mind, you know, I was gonna die and kill for this shit. You know what I'm saying? That's as I was young. You know, eventually, you know, at 17, fresh out of juvenile camp, you know what I'm saying, I ended up catching a murder case. You know what I'm saying? I was ready. I mean, shit, I ain't even shoot nobody, but you know, I ended up getting shot with an AK and almost dying. You feel me? But what led up to that was my homie, you know, Darwin getting killed when I was in juvenile camp, you know. So when I got out of camp, the only thing I could think about was, you know, retaliation, you know what I'm saying? So it led to me not even staying out of juvenile camp for a month. I didn't even stay out for a month before I caught that case, you know?
Shit, I damn near thought I wasn't even gonna live. I mean, I thought I wasn't even gonna walk, get alone after I survived. You know, but during that time, after that, you know, I ended up getting a 90 life sentence and going 21 years off that. But you know, during my time in prison, it was, you know, I just had to learn to be a man. You know what I'm saying? Going to prison at 18 years old and spending my whole time on a level 4 yard. You know, you gotta learn how to be a man. You know, it's not even about what hood you from. It's more about Compton. You know what I'm saying? It's about us as a whole. You know, Compton. It don't matter if it's the worst enemy. You know what I'm saying? Niggas that's in there killing one of your homies, you gotta ride for them. You know what I'm saying? You gotta ride for them because it's Compton at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? It's Compton and we all one. That's what kind of like changed my perspective on a lot of this shit out here as far as the wars and, you know what I'm saying, the shit that go on. You know what I'm saying? Just being from Compton, it's like, even sometimes even being with your day ones or, you know what I'm saying, from your neighborhood, it ain't what you think. You know what I'm saying? I done been there with my day ones and got out the cell, you know what I'm saying, on them fast. Cause, you know, sometimes motherfuckers be miserable, stressed out, motherfuckers ain't gonna be what you think. I remember I couldn't wait till one of my day ones, you know what I'm saying, came to the yard. And my boy from East Coast was like, yeah, all that day one shit ain't what you think, man. You know, I got in there with my day one, that shit didn't work. Sure enough, man. I was actually getting into it with more homies from my neighborhood than niggas I thought was enemies at the time, you know what I'm saying? Niggas that we beef with on the streets. I got into it with more homies than anything, you know? But I'm not saying all my homies, but just some, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, like my pastime in prison, you know, it was drawing, you know? And that's what I used to do in my pastime, was draw. Just draw cards, start off drawing cards, and they're like $5, you know what I'm saying? Them same type of cards y'all dudes be sending y'all in prison. That was me drawing them, you know? Just having to be a black person. And people used to be like, man, you cold for a black artist, man. You cold. But yeah, my biggest drawing was 2016. My Welcome to the Grandies drawing. She was big, man. My first collage. I had homies hanging out at the Grandies apartments in the background. You know, and I eventually 2018, feel me, I put that on the shirt, with Flyy Thugga going over it, you know. Flyy Thugga was my Facebook album name. I used to take my pictures, you know, be ducky in the cell. You know what I'm saying? So I picked Flyy Thugga, so I'm like, yeah, Flyy Thugga, that's gonna be my brand. You know what I'm saying? Flyy Thugga was my clothing brand. Yeah, from then I just started, you know, pitting clothes on shirts, you know, even from prison, you know what I'm saying? Shit, I had my wife at the time, you know what I'm saying, get shirts made. I did that one, the Welcome to the Grandies. Yeah, I did my homie Darwin, you know, rest in peace. Put him on a shirt. The same tattoo I did on my side of my stomach. Hey, here, get this right here. I tattooed the homie. Feel me? Same homie I call life over. You feel me? Tattooed him on my stomach, man. And the same picture, you know, put on t-shirts. Send them to the homies in the hood. Yeah, it's like now being out here though, like my outlook on this shit is kind of like different, you know. You get into it with your own, and you know, in the pen, you know, y'all, feel me, y'all homies, you know what I'm saying? Same dudes you was beefing with, y'all homies. In prison, so it's like out here I can't do the same thing. So I gotta do something different, you know. Feel me, I want better. You know, I want better for the homies. I want better for all these neighborhoods, you know what I'm saying? I just feel like it's time for us to do something different, you know? But like what motivated me too as a clothing designer is like styling, you know what I'm saying? Since a kid I always was in the dressing, you know, my family, you know what I'm saying? My dad always kept me dressed up. My aunties, you know. My mom was like spoiled, you feel me? My dad, he used to be on me about dressing since I was in 5th grade, you know. He used to be on my head about dressing.
man, you gotta learn how to match your clothes, man. You in 5th grade. I'm only in 5th grade, Pops. I gotta supposed to know about, you know, dressing and styling and shit, you know? Yeah, that was always just my thing, man. That was always my thing, just dressing up, man. Feel me? So I'm like, I can style people, you know, with my design, you know what I'm saying? Hey, y'all wanna go to the square? Yeah. Yeah, but like that's what like motivated me, you know what I'm saying, as a clothing designer. You know what I'm saying? And basically putting my shit on clothes. Yeah, but it's like being out here though, you know, my ultimate goal as a clothing designer. Shit, I want to see everybody, you feel me, around the world in Flyy Thugga, you know? I want to do something different, man. You know, I want to be one of the first big clothing designers up out of Compton. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm out here telling my story. You know, so y'all see the person that's behind Flyy Thugga, you know, and what I've been through in my journey. You know what I'm saying? Through the neighborhood and just growing up around here, man. You know I've made decisions, you know what I'm saying, but it's all just from being product of my environment, you know. So it don't make me nothing lesser than, but now I'm out here trying to do something positive. I am doing something positive, you know, with the clothing line, you know. I just redrew a
I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna say mention that.
I'm
gonna say mention that.
Yeah,
logo.
that logo, yeah. That Compton High tar bag, you know what I'm saying? I just redrew that, man. Trying to get them to change over they tar bag logo. You know what I'm saying? I actually take pride in being a tar bag, you know what I'm saying? So I drew something that reflect that we all gonna like. That everybody gonna take a liking to, that's a tar bag, you know what I'm saying? I mean, why should we have a tar bag? Only got 4 fingers or few teeth.
Yeah.
Body looking flabby, you know? So I did one with detail.
Yeah.
You know, went to the Compton Unified School District, you know, proposed my tar bag, you know, to the Compton Unified School District, you know, change it over, you know what I'm saying? And now I'm out here just doing something positive.
I am an artist that takes pride in being a tar bag. I'm so proud to be a tar bag. Being so, I thought it was time for us to redo our tar bag image. So I redrew the same tar bag, but with detail, full set of teeth, 5 fingers, and decent hair. I feel that if we take pride in our school as tar bags, we should also have a logo to take pride in. Also, with there being a new Compton High, I believe that there's time for a new 2025 tar bag from the Compton High native in the Compton High alumni. And also have copies art from the old tar bag and the tar bag that I drew, and I would like to share with you guys. I have 10 copies. I had a new tar bag. You know, I just wanted to address it. They told me that this was the place to address it, so I'm here, you know, with the new tar bag. So I'm Dr. Soto.
Can you see?
Thank you, sir. Much appreciated, sir.
Oh yeah. They're not gonna take your head off. No, they gonna like it. No, they gonna like it. Look at the older one. Yeah, see, look at the older one compared to the new one. I'm a tar bag. Oh, you're a tar bag. That's what I'm talking about.
I want people to know, you know what I'm saying? I mean, like I said, I'm not about to speak peace on here, but at the same time, I do want people to have something to think about, you know what I'm saying, when you out here gangbanging. You know what I'm saying? You could potentially have your homie tell on you. You got the system against you. You in that motherfucking pen, man. Ain't nobody can really look out for you, man. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got rest in peace homies, but, you know, ain't nothing gonna bring them back, you know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing to bring them back, and that was what really, you know, just fucked me up with my homie. He just passed, my boy, Outrageous. You know what I'm saying? We both went to jail at 17 years old through the system. You know, got life as juveniles. And being out here, my boy did 19 years, got out here and got killed, you know?
Yeah, hey, but yeah, that shit I heard it, you know what I'm saying, with my boy NOTORIOUS, I couldn't, but, it's a part of me where I did cry, you feel me? Because it's like I know, you know what I'm saying, what come with, you know what I'm saying, with this lifestyle out here, you know what I'm saying? And shit, you feel me, it just fucked up though, you know what I'm saying? It's fucked up though in a sense, you know what I'm saying? It's crazy. I actually turned to the neighborhood of one of my, you know what I'm saying, opposition, you know what I'm saying, look for him, you know what I'm saying, for a hug, you know what I'm saying? Because, we in there as Comptons, and we pressing as Compton. It was like out here, I was still like, on some Compton shit, you know what I'm saying? I actually looked for him. I actually looked to a dude from Occasion to give him a hug, even though that shit happened, you know what I'm saying, with my homie, you know what I'm saying, on some hood and shit, but I'm saying that to say, I was caught up in pressing Compton, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, this is my overlook out of all these beefs. It's like I said, we can't bring nobody back, and that's the time when I did cry about my boy NOTORIOUS. I realized no matter how many times a nigga retaliate, it's not gonna bring him back, you know what I'm saying? It's not gonna bring back none of our homies, only thing I can do is try to, try to get at the homies to see shit from a different perspective, man. We got something greater out here to achieve, you know what I'm saying? We got something out here greater to achieve, man. There's so much things we can do out here in this world, man, as far as getting money, man. You know what I'm saying? I say I love all my boys, you know what I'm saying, rest in peace, I say D-Dog, when after shit happened to him, I cried, you know what I'm saying? Only thing I can think about is retaliating, but, it's like, shit, what can we do, bro? You know what I'm saying? We gotta do something different. You know what I'm saying? We gotta get to these dollars out here, man. I wanna represent Compton on a greater scale, you know what I'm saying? Shit, I was in prison representing Compton all this time. It wasn't about my neighborhood. Don't get me wrong, that's where I'm from. I'm from my neighborhood, but Compton as a whole is greater, you know what I'm saying? And we actually a little big city. We actually a little big city, man. Everybody know Compton is the trenches, no matter what part you're from, you know what I'm saying? Like we come from a struggle, but we also got talent. We also got talent out here, I'm just trying to make the best of my talent, my art talent, and my creativity, you know what I'm saying? My drawing, my clothing design. I want to pit on for Compton around the world. You know what I'm saying? I want to get in with the city of Compton. You know what I'm saying? I want to show the homies something different. Like when I got out here, I had to learn how to get my business license. My seller's permit. This everything to start my clothing brand. I didn't really have no help from the homies. You know what I'm saying? I didn't really have no help, man. So I'm trying to pay the way, for homies growing up, and trying to do something different. Like I told the homies, I can teach niggas how to gangbang, but what that's gonna do, leave me in prison with a life sentence, you know what I'm saying? All over again, ain't nobody looking out for me. And that was like the biggest thing I wanted to do, being in prison, was, get back to my family. You know what I'm saying? When I was in prison, it was my aunties and my dad was there for me, man. And that's what hurt me the most, was not being able to be there for them. My mom, she ended up having a nervous breakdown and living on the streets homeless. You know what I'm saying? That was one of the fucked up things that hurt me, being in prison. My mom was living on the streets, you know what I'm saying? Homeless. But then when she passed, while I was in there, I cried like a baby, man. That was the hardest I ever cried, Just because I didn't get a chance to show my mom how much I love her, or tell her how much that I loved her. You know what I'm saying? It was hurtful, you know what I'm saying? But, my choices out here in the streets and gangbanging, that's what it led to. So I had to own up to my decisions and, you know what I'm saying, and be locked down, you know what I'm saying, on behalf of the neighborhood, you know what I'm saying? But all I wanted to do is get back to my family, and that's what I'm out here for, is, pit on for the city, and I want to do for my family, I want to do for my family, man. I want to return that favor of them being there for me all my life. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's about, you know what I'm saying? For everybody out there, that's my message to y'all out there too, man. You know what I'm saying? Take that time to enjoy, with your family, with your kids and all that, man, because, you know what I'm saying, you out here gangbanging, you end up getting killed or in jail for life. You know what I'm saying? You're going to wish that you could be out there with your family. You know what I'm saying? Shit, man, take that time to do for them, you know what I'm saying? For sure, But like I say, I ain't going to say I'm preaching peace, but if that's what you living on, stand by it, but you feel me, don't tell on nobody. Shit, if you gonna live a life style as, you know what I'm saying, out here thugging, you know what I'm saying, this is what comes with it, death and life sentences, you know what I'm saying? Shit, sure. Yeah, I'm just hoping I can get out here and make a difference out here, show people something different, man. Show the homies something different, man. I'm really trying to pit on for us, pit on for the city, but at the same time, I want to, I want to show my homies something different outside the neighborhood, Cause around here, shit, you know, it's just ongoing wars, man. It's like senseless, you know what I'm saying? At some point, you know, when do we do something different? You know, it's like all around this motherfucker. You know, I can show you where we done lost a homie. You know what I'm saying? Shit from multiple wars. You know, but it's just like, damn, man. You just want to show your, you know what I'm saying? You want to show your people something different, man, a different life outside of Compton, man. That's gonna, you know what I'm saying, take their mind away from, you know, what go on around here. You know, when you growing up around here, it's like the only thing you know. Oh, fuck this hood, fuck that hood. You know what I'm saying? And I believe, you know, when you're able to take, you know what I'm saying, your homies out and show them something different, you know, it broaden their mind, their perspective of life, you know what I'm saying, instead of, you know, giving it all to this, you know what I'm saying? And then it's coming from somebody's shit. Now I did this, you know what I'm saying? Even though the beef I got caught up in, you know what I'm saying, it was, you know, it was the other side of my family, you know, neighborhood, you know, so it was even hard for me to even indulge in that and get involved in that because I say that's my, you know, that's my other side of the family, you know what I'm saying, my mom's side of the family is from the other side, you know what I'm saying, but, you know, like I say it was hard to get involved in that, but, you know, it's just something that, you know, just certain things is end up transpiring, but I'm basically saying all that to say is that, you know, it was something that I always was against, but I ended up doing time for that shit, you know what I'm saying? I ended up catching life at 17 years old from that shit, you know? And luckily to even be here, you know what I'm saying? 21 years later, you know? Shit, I gave all shit, and I spent most of my life in prison than I did on the streets, you know what I'm saying? From that, you know, but, you know, now getting out here and going through that, you know, I try to educate people, you feel me? I just, you know, so I try to even educate the homies, you know what I'm saying? That's why I say I don't try to speak peace shit. It ain't too much this peace shit, but it's just, you know what I'm saying, take it from somebody that just went through this shit. Now I'm out here, you know what I'm saying?
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? Not everybody gonna even be able to succeed the shit I went through, you know what I'm saying? Not telling on nobody, you know what I'm saying? 90 life sentence at 17 years old. You know what I'm saying? Half of motherfuckers, probably more than half gonna tell, you feel me? Once they get sentenced or nigga getting threatened, nigga 90 to life or life sentence for a murder, man, they can't do this shit, man. They may make it look good like, oh, fuck this hood, fuck that hood. And they get caught up, man, motherfuckers is telling, bro. Motherfuckers is telling, but then I ain't that, just make it go through the system, you know what I'm saying, and be solid, you know? Me, I did all my time on the full yard. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never seen no other levels. You know what I'm saying? I was in there fucking up, you know, but at the same time I did my part because there's politics in there, you know what I'm saying? And there, you know, it's all Compton, you know what I'm saying? Part of the Compton car. Being from Compton, raised in Compton, you know. I'm from, you know what I'm saying, I'm from the Compton cars to where we, you know what I'm saying, we all together as one. But yeah, but, you know, just basically like my journey, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm already knowing a lot of motherfuckers couldn't endure that, man. A lot of people stopped gangbanging. Like I say, somebody probably told, you know what I'm saying? She got ran off yards, and I mean, I ain't got ran off no yard. I ain't got none of that on my name, but you know, so I say I'm out here, but I'm only out here, you know what I'm saying, to teach the real. Like, you know, a lot of motherfuckers ain't gonna tell you.
Oh, nigga, get in there.
You know, they in there with their enemies and they cool with them. You know, motherfuckers be in there and even be trying to cross out, you know, so they so-called enemies hood, but then they go out to yard, you know, so they shaking hands with them. You know what I'm saying? They, you know, they eating spreads with them. They cooking with them, eating burritos, you know what I'm saying? Working out with them. You know, that's the part of them. They telling you, you know what I'm saying? You feel me? Motherfuckers be acting like they be wanting y'all to go to jail and be right besides them because they know, because they probably feel like they don't got no hope. You know what I'm saying? Instead of educating out with the real, you know, and that's the only thing I try to do. You already know a lot of motherfuckers not built to come with these wars, you know what I'm saying? Whether it's the life sentence, whether it's the death. There's a lot coming, you know what I'm saying? Hey, like I say, me personally, I was already mentally prepared because, shit, I've been embraced with love in my neighborhood since I was a baby, you know what I'm saying? Since I was a baby being around older homies. You know, with my auntie and with my dad.
You like walking around.
I always got raised with love, you know, from who my family was. But, you know, with that mentality, you know what I'm saying, that mentality brought, with that love and that pride, it brought a mentality that, oh, I'm going to kill and die for this neighborhood. I'm going to go all out for this shit, you know? You know, and then when I got to prison, I used to tell niggas, That was my mindset. It was like, what? Nigga, I'd never die for that shit. The older them told me, nigga, I'd never die. But it made me realize the type of mind frame that I had, the mind state that I had. You know, that I was different, you know. This was my first love. My neighborhood was my first love. You know what I'm saying? So everybody not gonna love the neighborhood, you know what I'm saying, like you know what I'm saying? That's why I had to realize I took this shit more serious than, you know what I'm saying, the average motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying? Died for it, killed for it, you know, really put this shit before my life, before my family life. You know what I'm saying? The people that I hung with every day as a teenager, them was my brothers. Them was the people I hung with every day. I didn't even hang out with my own brothers and my family like I did with my crew. I'm out here every day with them, you know what I'm saying? So it was like a bond that you broke. And like I say, this becomes, you know, so the homies become your family, you know what I'm saying? So I took it serious, you know what I'm saying? Shit, my auntie, like I said, my auntie always told me, boy, you only gonna end up in jail or dead. You know, I don't know why you in a gangbang. But like I say, I already knew what I was getting myself into. I knew what I signed up for. And this is what I was gonna do, you feel me? What I was gonna do. I didn't grow up wanting to be no fucking sports player, man. Only thing I used to want to do in my neighborhood, well, as a kid, I just wanted to pit on for my neighborhood. All I wanted to do, man, I want to pit on for the hood. And that's the only thing that's how I used to think and feel as a kid. Like, man, I'm gonna pit on for my neighborhood. You know, but shit, I did that, you know what I'm saying? Through my little journey, everything I done did, you know what I'm saying? To high school, to catching my case at juvenile hall, to prison, you know what I'm saying? Can't nobody say shit bad about my name, you know what I'm saying? Can't nobody speak bad on Woody 3. Ask any of your homies, for sure, any of your homies locked up, in jail or whatever. And I got a good name for myself. I ain't boasting, nothing, but, you know, I'm basically saying, like, my choices, you know what I'm saying, my choices that led me to being the person, you know, that I was, just taking it serious. I can't say I had no regrets, because like I say, that's how I was raised, you know what I'm saying? But now I'm just out here, just, you know, so I want to teach. I want to teach and tell motherfuckers real. I feel like I want to tell them something different. You know, I feel that that's my part. You know, I believe that that's, like, God got me here is to do that. You know, because shit, I didn't survive my mama getting an abortion. You know what I'm saying? At 13 years old, my auntie talked her out of it. Told her that's a sin amongst God. You know what I'm saying? And out here, I didn't survive getting shot with an AK-47, almost dying. You know what I'm saying? On my case. You know, I didn't survive that 90-life sentence. You know what I'm saying? Like 19-year-old, fucking 17-year-old, you know. But I'm out here, you know what I'm saying? I didn't survive a lot, you know. So I feel that it's God. You know what I'm saying? That got me out here, gave me the chance to speak, you know what I'm saying, on my testimony, everything that I've been through. You know? I'm just saying that, you know, just being from Compton, you know, everybody knows. I'm pretty sure a lot of motherfuckers know the story behind Compton, motherfuckers growing up in Compton, as far as the gangs. You know, for me firsthand, I grew up on the block, you know what I'm saying, where it was gang shootings, it was the start of different wars, you know what I'm saying, you know, shit. So that's what I knew. So growing up, you know what I'm saying, I took it that serious, with the gun, all that shit, you know what I'm saying. Real. I say now, like, shit, this is shit I designed, you know what I'm saying? Shit I grew. You know, I found the passion, you know what I'm saying? It's crazy because I never knew, and I never knew myself to have a passion in clothing design, you know? Yeah, I draw from it. You know what I'm saying? Designing clothes, that was a whole different type level, you know? I never realized, like, damn, I already got a passion for this shit. I really want to put on for my city. You know, this is really what I got a passion for. You know, this is something I'm going to really do. You know what I'm saying? Every dime I get, I'm going to put into this shit. You know what I'm saying? Not even just for my own clothes, designing for myself, but like I said, I want to give the world a taste of designing. You know what I'm saying? I want to bring our style, our way of dressing. You know, to the world. We got a lot of talent out here. So I got a lot of talent within myself. I had to put, you know what I'm saying? It took me time to realize that, like, damn, I'm really gifted. You know, I really got something to offer to this world that a lot of people don't have. You know, people always tell me when they see my drawings, like, damn, you're the first black artist I ever seen in my life. Damn, they be so fascinated by the shit I draw. Yeah, so like I say with that, I'm trying to make I'm going to make the most. I'm gonna make the best out of it. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to take this to a different level. So I got too much against me out here. I can't be voting, you know what I'm saying? Senseless ass murders and Ford going back to jail, man. People looking at me to see what the fuck I'm gonna do. I'm being monitored, you know what I'm saying? But that's cool because I don't plan on making them decisions again. For sure, especially after learning everything I went through. Like, this shit is senseless. You know what I'm saying? My life is way more valuable than to be dying for some shit that's 30 years old. You know what I'm saying? I got so much to live for, you know. That one time, sometimes I didn't give a fuck about living. Fuck, I didn't give a fuck about living. Now I care about living, you know. That's the difference from me now and how I move and just making sense out of all this shit. You know, people think that, you know, going to go put in work, that, you know what I'm saying, that's some type of status, but at the same time, you know, when they come back and knock one of your homies down, you gonna blame them or you gonna blame yourself, you know what I'm saying, for the actions that you took to get them to come over here. You know, that's what people don't be thinking about. You know what I'm saying, the after effects. A lot of this shit happened, a lot of shit people done did is from the after effect, you know. But hey, you know what I'm saying, like I said, I ain't here to preach. Everybody make their own decisions. I just want people to be conscious, man. And, you know what I'm saying, the opportunities we got out here to make something of ourselves. You know, we losing everything. As far as in the neighborhood, the houses and all that shit, you know, because motherfuckers ain't got no type of finances, they don't got no money, you know, shit, so motherfuckers is gradually losing their neighborhoods. You're not taught to get money and do something different, you know? So, you know, that's why I'm just here, you know, this shit that light, man, this shit, these neighborhoods around here, especially in Compton, man, this shit getting dry, man, everybody neighborhood, you know, and shit, we got the Mexicans taking back over, you feel me? I mean, I say shit. I mean, you know, I had to learn even in prison that shit. This was Mexico before it was fucking America. You know, this they land, but I'm just saying before we ain't about to have no fucking neighborhoods for me. You know what I'm saying? But hey, you know, it's really. But hey, that's not really my mind state. You know, my mind state is doing something different, making the best of myself. You know, just being the best me that I can be, the greater me. You know, I want to be somebody in this world. You know what I'm saying? I want Flyy Thugga to be noticed. You know what I'm saying? As a brand, but as far as too, somebody that has a story behind the brand. You know, I want y'all to know the story behind my brand. Who is behind like the designer, the artist, you know, and what I came from. You know what I'm saying? The trenches. You know what I'm saying? The
Shit, that'd be cool. You can take a picture in front of that motherfucker for me. That is my boy Timothy, bro. That's my
Show
boy.
y'all my art and, you know, design these clothes and all that. You know, I'm just here to really make the best out of all this shit, man. Sure, that's what I'm gonna do, bro. I want to be something big in this world now. You know, I done did everything in Compton. You know what I'm saying? But I said the time, just spending that time and life things. I want to do something different, man. Do something big. You know what I'm saying? In this world, man. This shit, we all got the capability to do it. You know, you gotta find that. You know, what you're passionate about. You know, art is my passion. Designing clothes is my passion. So I want to put on for all of it. Not even just my neighborhood. Like I say, Compton for everybody. You know what I'm saying? That dress like us, that come from where we come from. You know, I want to see everybody in the rap videos wearing my shit. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, y'all wearing some real Compton. You jump down in this shit, him down, fighting. Like I say, you know what I'm saying? You know, my past, I don't want to speak on that bullshit. Y'all know. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers want to do it. I ain't trying to glorify that. You know what I'm saying? You know, y'all wearing something that designed by a real motherfucker out in the streets. It's still a real motherfucker. It's wearing something different. Sure.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Right here with my boy GOTTI, man, my boy Balo, man. We go back, nigga, since Barton Middle School,
for sure.
but mainly out there trooping and shit, Compton High, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man, that age, 13, 14, 15, 16, and on up, you know what I'm saying? Like that, you feel me? Like, we came a long way, you know what I'm saying? Like, I seen bro, you know what I'm saying, transition, you know what I'm saying, from, you know, a child to a man, you know, even though I wasn't with him throughout his whole prison term, you know what I'm saying? I will say, we ain't never lose communication and nothing like that, you know what I'm saying? Like, from whenever he was first in there to writing letters, to chopping it up from before niggas could get phones, cell phones and all that, niggas was just, you know, communicating with that pen and that pad, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? He always stayed focused on getting out, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I will say, man. From day one, he always was positive. You know, you get all that time at a young age, you know what I'm saying? That shit break people. You know what I'm saying? That shit take motherfuckers under. Some motherfuckers start doing drugs. Some motherfuckers lose their reputation, get whooped out, and never come back. Niggas tell, you know what I'm saying? Niggas stood firm as a kid, taking that time, and still had a smile on the nigga face, and like, man, I'm gonna make it back, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like that's why a nigga made it back, because a nigga, you know, manifested it, you know what I'm saying? But, yeah, man, like, kids on up always was a fly nigga, so to see him doing this, the Flyy Thugga shit, is dope to me, you know what I'm saying? Because that's what niggas was on as kids, you know what I'm saying? We know, the homies know, man, there was only certain homies who was fly. We was fly in the hood, but you know, the young homies, we had a crew of niggas, but we stayed fresh. That's how we was at Compton High, man. That's the homies was gonna for sure be fresh. Like, niggas knew that, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? We ain't dissing no other sides of Compton and all that, how they was dressing. But like, yeah, man, young niggas on this side, man, always had something going, man. Always was dope, man. Cuz was a nigga who always made sure he kept dope shoes, dope clean shit on. So to have a vision to get out and be like, man, I wanna make my own shit. You know what I'm saying? That's nothing but respected. You know, like I said, I did the same as well with the No Studio brand, because I always felt like I could dress and get fly. So it's like, damn, I'd rather put my own shit together. So us having them conversations like, yeah, man, I want to do this and do that. He done drew logos for me and logos for many other motherfuckers. So him having that design and, you know what I'm saying, mental was something that's dope. You feel me? So when I'm seeing him doing this shit now, I ain't got nothing to say but be proud. Like, nigga, he did everything he said he was gonna do. You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, from being a fly young nigga to being a fly thugging ass grown man. You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, 15, 16, fresh fly. You gonna see the pics all through this shit, nigga. You know, it's a different time, so don't laugh at the pics when y'all see them now, because back then, nigga, when we was rocking the fat forms and the platinum FUBUs and all that, that was the dopest shit out, you know what I'm saying? So I think now, as you see how time done changed, you know what I'm saying, to have that mindset, for me, I felt like, you know, the question I always ask, but I'll ask while we on this camera, is like, you know what I'm saying, like, when was it for you coming home that you was like, man, I gotta push this, like, you know, because nigga come home and be a lot of shit you could do. Nigga come to the hood, come right back thugging. Nigga might want to go do this, do that, do that. When was you just like, man, you know what, I'm about to put my all into Flyy Thugga?
Yeah, because, you know, my whole time doing prison, you know what I'm saying, this is always what I press, like, you know what I'm saying, I'm showing people, like, look, man, I got this design, or I'm about to put this drawing on the shirts, and until, you know what I'm saying, until almost getting out. And you know what I'm saying, it was like at a you know, so I had to make a choice out of doing the barber and shit and clothing design, but you know, clothing design was my passion, to where, you know, when I went to school, you know, I only wanted to go to school for clothing design. You know what I'm saying? I didn't even care about no motherfucking job. I didn't care about. I wanted to learn everything that had to do with you know what I'm saying, with clothing design, whether it's Adobe illustration, you know what I'm saying, to learn how to design on a computer, to screen printing, you know what I'm saying, to even painting, you know what I'm saying, because I'm dope at painting too, but it's like everything that had to do with designing, you know what I'm saying, creativity, drawing, you know what I'm saying, that's what I just stuck with, because, you know, it's my passion, but not only picking that over a job, but I've seen millions into going to school for it and learning everything that I could learn, you know what I'm saying, to make my designing skills better, make my drawing skills better, learn everything it is about this clothing design, you know. And then I had to talk with my boy, one of my boys from 6-0, E-Dog, you know what I'm saying, over on the 4 yard at Calipac, you know what I'm saying, like, man, this is what I'm doing, and that's what he was doing too. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know what I'm saying, for everybody that I told on the yard what I was going to do, and then to get out here and do it, you know what I'm saying, I'm not going to lie, like, you know, they my inspiration, you know what I'm saying? They the ones who fuel my, my passion in, you know, in doing the clothing design, you know, because I gave them my word, like, look, man, this is what I'm about to do when I get out there. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to pursue this. So it's like, even being out here, it's my passion as well. You know, it's something that I just love doing, like drawing and putting this shit on clothes and creativity. It's a passion, and then especially even seeing like these young dudes on rap videos, I'm like, man, I want to see them with my shit on. I want to design some shit so fly. I want the young niggas wearing my shit. You know what I'm saying, across the world. Like, man, I'm about to have some dope shit. You feel me? I know getting out, you know what I'm saying, my shit kind of, I mean, I'm not gonna say it's backdated, but it's like I want my shit to be in today's time to where it's like relevant, and then after that, I'm gonna start a trend. Like that's my whole focus is start a trend. 2026, I want to start my own trend. You know what I'm saying? Fuck following everybody else trending. I'm from Compton, man. We trendsetters. Not about to, you know what I'm saying? Like, you feel me? Yeah, we're sending from our county and just yeah.
We are trendsetters, man. A lot of people follow what Compton people put out there. You know what I'm saying? And you being a young nigga that like walked it, talked it, lived it. You know what I'm saying? And can be able to give your perspective on that shit now. Like, give your perspective on that shit now. It's gonna be so many young dudes watching it because we role models, whether we know it or not. It's always somebody younger watching us. You know what I'm saying? The same way we watched older homies and it influenced us to want to bang and do that. It's gonna be niggas watching you. It's like, okay, that's Baby Woody, fresh out, 21, did no bullshit, nigga, walk this time off. Man, I want to be like, cause what is he? But he ain't telling me to pick up a gun and do no bullshit. He ain't telling me to go rob this bank. He ain't telling me none of that. He telling me go to school, learn this, learn your craft, find something you passionate about and chase that. So now you grooming the next generation of a nigga that's gonna be doing the same thing you doing in a positive light, the same way we follow niggas in a negative light, no disrespect, but you know what I'm saying? We seen niggas do their thing and that influenced us, you know what I'm saying? So you being a more positive influence is gonna always overshine a lot of the bullshit, so people ain't gonna have no choice but to support it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, why wouldn't you support it? If you're gonna support me when I'm doing nonsense, when I'm thugging, when I'm doing all that, now I'm fly thugging. I just want you to buy my hoodie. I want you to buy my sweats, buy my shirt, my jacket. You know what I'm saying? And it's not no bullshit. I want to look fresh while I'm doing it. Fresh to death. You know what I'm saying? Like, while you out here, so man, what, man? Yeah, sky's the limit, and bro finna go crazy. This Flyy Thugga movement finna go crazy. I'm trying to tell y'all, man, y'all gotta tap in now while it's early. You know what I'm saying? You was even on New York staying fresh. You know, some niggas don't even know how to make the prison clothes look dope. You know what I'm saying? Nigga knowing how to do that. So you know y'all got to tap in and know a nigga that got the style mind, the mind to style some shit, man. He ain't just doing it just to do it. You know, some motherfuckers, like you say, they just make clothes. But when you got a passion for it, like, this shit is detailed than a motherfucker. Like you said, they can say what they want about the style, the time, and all that. This is still all your own personal drawing, your detail in it, your mind into it, and let you know your creativity is at an all-time high. And you just gonna continue to make newer, more innovative, more dope shit. I'm excited to see where you take it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for
That's
sure.
for real. I'm excited to see where you take it, bro, on the hood.
Yeah, for sure. And this right here, I think I probably stayed up there until like 2:30 in the morning just designing this. You know what I'm saying? The art is one thing, but to put everything in place where you want it on a motherfucking print on demand company, it's not like you got your own company. I'm going through the internet site and pitting my drawings in different spots. So it was like, you know, but it's my passion. Even my drawings, I'll be up to late night just doing it. But I'm not gonna lie, man, I really, you know what I'm saying, I really want to make billions doing this shit. You know what I'm saying? Selling my shit around the world. Like, you know what I'm saying? If this really my passion, then I learned, you know what I'm saying? When you got a passion for something, you can become somebody in this world that's off your passion, and it's my passion. Especially somebody that's coming from the dirt, you know what I'm saying, coming from nothing. Like, you know what I'm saying, we got the same passion as these other dudes that stars and celebrities and NBA players and football players, but this is my passion. Even though my neighborhood was my first love, but this is my passion to where I'm serious about now, and I'm putting my all into Flyy Thugga, you know what I'm saying, as a brand, you know what I'm saying, to take us somewhere further in life. You know what I'm saying? I want to get on the runways. I want to do the fashion shows. You know what I'm saying? I want to bring Compton to the fashion shows. I want to bring my homies to the fashion shows, man. Throw parties at the mansion. You know, that's the type of shit I'm trying to have my boys on, but, you know, like I say, in a positive light. And I also want to get backed up by the city of Compton. You know, I want to do positive things in the city of Compton to where, you know what I'm saying, mayor, you know what I'm saying, be happy to shake my hand. I'm taking pictures with the mayor, with the cities, you know, with the city council. When they see me, oh, that's Flyy Thugga right there. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, okay, I was a product of my environment, you know what I'm saying, fighting and shooting and gangbanging and representing my community. But at the same time, now on some bigger shit representing Compton as a whole, I want to represent Compton around the world, man, because Compton, you know what I'm saying, us all together, you know, even in prison, that's what we represent, Compton. Like I say, you know, it wasn't just your neighborhood, it's Compton. It don't matter if you from across the way where, you know what I'm saying, where y'all got murders on each other's hood, y'all from Compton and y'all got to ride with each other, you know what I'm saying? It don't matter even if Pirus or Mexicans, like I say, we was all in there together. As Compton is love, you know what I'm saying? We probably wasn't with the individual core because he from Piru or Mexican, but it was love. This is just based on you being from Compton and we from a little city, you know what I'm saying? And so we got that mutual respect, mutual love with each other. We greet each other saying hub. But I'm saying all that to say, even being out here, you know what I'm saying, I want to still represent Compton in a bigger light. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, the Compton Unified School District, I just did a tar babe for the Compton High. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I just want that support, you know, just from the city of Compton. You know what I'm saying? So we can take this shit.
Cause this Flyy Thugga shit, like I say, I remember, you know what I'm saying, when I was first doing the no studio and clothing and shit, people used to always be like, oh man, that's some you know, is that like Nutty Block, you know what I'm saying, wear and all that, and then it started being all over the world, different people seeing it. That's the same. I'm glad you said that, so people that's watching this can know, like, Flyy Thugga, even though this is it's a Nutty Block person, a person that come from that environment that made and created this brand, your brand is global. Anybody, no matter the color of your rag, no matter the color of your skin, no matter the city, the state, if you feel like you a fly young person in this street, man, that get dope, a fly older player that get dope, you could get this Flyy Thugga. It ain't about, like, this ain't no, you only can wear this if you from this certain gang and all this, man. No, this worldwide. Anybody, man, support, call in. People from all over the world rocking it. Of course you gonna see the homies wearing it, because we gonna support, you know what I'm saying? But this is, man, anybody, man. It don't matter if you from Compton, Watts, LA, New York, Atlanta, Chicago, anywhere, man, where it's Flyy Thuggas at, man. Tap in and get that brand, man, for real, for real. If you's a real one and you know about getting dope and being fly and stepping out, and you know, come on, man, support that brand, man, for real.
Yeah, just like you say, for everybody, you know what I'm saying? I fuck with everybody, you know what I'm saying? Pyrus, Bloods, you know what I'm saying, Mexicans, like, you know what I'm saying? I speak on as far as the Bloods and the Pyrus, because it was times in prison, shit, where I was getting to it with my own Compton Crip homies, you know what I'm saying? I fuck with the Bloods, you feel me, harder than I did with my own Crip homies, because we had misunderstandings, or, you know what I'm saying, we had our, you know what I'm saying, disagreements on certain things. But I'm not gonna lie, for a long time I was against, you know what I'm saying, wearing red or drawing characters with red on it. But my blood partners like, man, why you ain't drawing nothing with red on there, man? Where the red at, man?
Yeah, I want to wear it too, type shit,
Yeah, and the same thing with the clothing design. But, you know what I'm saying, I mean, like I said, I also told myself I wouldn't wear red, but, you know what I'm saying, I'm not gonna lie, I start seeing Crips and red looking fly, like, damn, like, you know what I'm saying, one part, like, man, this Crip nigga wearing all this red, man, something weird ass nigga. But then the time, like, oh, damn, that shit do look fly, though. I'm like, oh, you feel me? So it's like, now I'm wearing red, not just because of them, but just to be on some fly shit and wearing all different types of colors.
Your colors, like different colors. It ain't even about gang shit when a nigga getting fresh. Like, man, I'm getting fly because these dope shoes go with this dope shirt. You know what I'm saying? Like, this fly hat go with these fly jeans. Like, man, I'm not trying to step out and be looked upon like I'm just gang banging every time you see me. Like you say, a motherfucker artist, a motherfucker entrepreneur, a business owner, so a designer. When you stepping out, this ain't just Baby Wood from Nutty Block that they seeing, man. This is Baby Wood, the Flyy Thugga clothing designer, man, who's doing different things. So you got the right to, man, make clothes in any color, any fashion, because you got fans from all over the world that's gonna like that. It's gonna be kids that like to wear red, kids that like to wear purple, kids that like to wear green, blue, you know what I'm saying, every color. So nah, man, the way that you're not gonna limit yourself and do that, that's gonna be commended, because people all over gonna want to support, you know what I'm saying. They don't want to feel excluded, they want to feel included, you know what I'm saying. But you got the blueprint, bro, you know what I'm saying. Like you said, man, your story speak for itself, you know what I'm saying. You know what I mean, if motherfucker want to check the background, y'all can do your Googles, you know what I'm saying. Like, the story is there, but the growth is what we gonna document, you know what I'm saying. We gonna document this growth, you know what I'm saying, for real, man. It's my boy, day one since kids. I love you to death. You know what time it is, man. Your boy GEECHI Gotti, Flyy Thugga. Yeah, we outside. We in these Grandies apartments too. Yeah, we get your hours up.
Funny, my boy been screaming, man, free Baby Wood, free Woody 3, man, since 03, man. You know what I'm saying. That's why I had to get my boy, you know what I'm saying, on this with me, man, for sure. You know what I'm saying, one of the biggest, you know, battle rappers there is, you know what I'm saying, from LA County, you know what I'm saying, and shit, really in the world, you know what I'm saying. My boy go hard, you know what I'm saying. That's what I was saying too. We got talent in our neighborhood, you know what I'm saying. Even though we done went through so many wars since, man, 89 and so many deaths around here, but, you know what I'm saying, we got talent as well, and that's what I'm trying to bring out, you know what I'm saying, to the world. I want us to produce our talent to the world and show the world, man, that we come up out the trenches with talent, man, and with a gift, and we different, you know what I'm saying. I think that too, you know, make us different in a sense, because, you know, being from, you know what I'm saying, you got to stand out, you know what I'm saying. You can't just be, you know, anybody type of individual. You know what I'm saying? I think that produced character in the things that we do to go hard. Because we were taught to go hard as gang members, but now we teaching ourselves to go hard in our passion and the shit that we do, to stand out and, you feel me, and to be competitive about everything that we do. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's rap, whether it's drawing, whether it's designing, you know what I'm saying? They come hard, you know what I'm saying? Because that's just in us, that's just bred in us, you know what I'm saying? To go hard and really pit on, you know? But yeah, that's my only goal. For, you know, that's the only goal for us. You feel me? Just like I know it's for the homie too, to go hard. You know what I'm saying? And, you know what I'm saying? To represent. That's it.
Eyes open, I can see the snakes. Look, gotta balance out the love. Sometimes you need the hate. Free baby wood, my nigga need a date. Doggy smashing, driving, nigga free to grade.
It was me and you, too deep in the left. We survived homicides and the verbal attacks, and know it hurts bad. We got purple for that, and it was more than one nigga, and our circle got wet. Chopper hit him in his side, he lay perfectly flat. Dirt on his cap, he been certain to nap. And know it died a rap, we can't hide a rap. I survived a trap, bitch, I survived a trap.
You like it fire? Yeah, time of dedication. You know this is my passion. Time of dedication.
Brother say he gon' get a sky. I told him do his thing, man. I'm gon' get a yacht. I two-way side, he two-way head. We ride. More money, more murder, $20 in top shots. Drop toppers in the summertime. Red bottles, we floss. We'll cancel your ass just to cancel the talk. They say my father used to whoop niggas. I guess we different, cause I much rather cook niggas and go and flip 'em. I was lost as a kid, but I did dream millions. From a one-room shack to 50 feet ceilings. Integrated, I'm on top of the chalkboard with boss man written under my photo. Wise guy, too smooth, I play chess, nigga. The system picked the wrong card out the deck, nigga. So I flipped the ace and a hole to a face card. Came home, got the rape bar.
Drew this right, a remake of this right here. You know what I'm saying? Instead of a sheriff, you know what I'm saying? I wanted an outlaw with it. You know what I'm saying? You know, Compton black with it. This is what I see on this right here. Put that on clothes, you know. Nipsey right here, I see him right there. Put him on clothes, you know. Still doing dirty work. We'll turn a nigga black until December 30th. Homie right here. Crime scene, another hurt. Before you get away with disrespect, you'll get murdered first. Mama said her baby boy should have been a lawyer. Until she got the phone call saying I need a lawyer. Convict at 19 and could have went farther. But I'm a born criminal, similar to my father. Flyy Thugga right here, man. Real done daughter. Mobster, young top shotter. Survivor. Riding through the trenches with a chopper in the Bible. My ambitions as a rider.
Man, God bless me, you know what I'm saying, to, you know, be able to walk again. I got shot in my hip, you know what I'm saying, but yeah, be able to walk again and then come up out that 90 to life, you know what I'm saying, sentence, you know what I'm saying, 90 to life.
Yeah. How that feel though, that 90 to life thing? Because you was there when they took my 50 back. We was cellies. I walked out, we was cellies, man. I walked out of the cell with him and I told him, I said, man, you next. We had the same attorney. Shout out Best, man. Shout out Best. Best Steffelman, man, on the real, man. We the same
I'm doing a big old portrait for Best Steffelman, man. That's the only thing be on my mind. It's the biggest portrait that I ever painted. You know, I was gonna do her something on this side, I'm like this size, but I'm like, man, what brought that up? Man, I gotta do something big for her.
Come on,
she just got me home. She just got two of my homies home from life sentences. What is she? A damn good lawyer. She fight hard. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Real.
Like, man, so I owe her that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna lie, I get distracted out there in the streets, but at the same time, I carry
carry that portrait everywhere I go. You know what I'm saying? I even tell my family, like, man, I gotta get this out the way. Even my eye, damn near going blurry. My auntie like, boy, you better stop working on that painting. Boy, your eye blurry. You get your eye checked. Auntie, fuck all that. I got my mindset on this painting, and I'm about to do this for this lady, man. Like, you know, I'm gonna stay consistent.
There you go. Yeah,
Oh my goodness, oh my goodness, oh my goodness, oh my goodness. Oh, I love it, I love it, I love it, I love it. I love it so much. It's so wonderful. Oh, look at this.
Yeah, thank you for our freedom. Yeah, and on the behalf of Kayvon's voice too, you know. Yeah, on behalf of Kayvon. You know, think I'm on there gangbanging and all that, but I really got plans going on. I got $1 million ideas. You feel me? I'm one of the best black artists there is. You feel me? Or something I've been working on, my art. You feel me? I really gets down. I really does this. You feel me? And it's really my life. You feel me? I'm about to pit on with this Flyy Thugga shit, man. I'm really real with this shit, man. You see it? Cracking, man. I'm up at work, man. It's 11:06 right now. I'll probably be up all night, man. Fucking around, man. Putting in work on my logo and shit. I'm going in, man. I still gotta do the wings and shit. Yeah, that's what I do, man. Since it's my logo, you know, I gotta make this shit top. And you gotta be top flight. I just printed that motherfucker. I printed that shit today. On that chart. You up in that class? What's that secret? Flyy Thugga shit. Early morning. See you, baby. Welcome to the motherfucking Grandies, nigga. Free baby wood, nigga. To the Grandies, nigga. Flyy motherfucking Thugga, nigga. Person. In the flesh, baby. In the motherfucking flesh, nigga. We're out here with the Flyy Thugga. Welcome to the Grandies. You know, this is an image that I drew while I was in prison, like 2016. But I redid it. I redid this image in 2024. You know what I'm saying? And put it on the shirts. It's the same image right here. It's the background. That's the background. This is basically where you know, this is basically the image that I captured, you know, of the Grandies. Yeah, welcome to the Grandies was one of my first
Flyy Thugga shirts. And that's why the Welcome to the Grandies is big, you know what I'm saying? Not even just, you know, in my neighborhood, the Grandies is something big in history of Compton, but, you know, it's also one of my biggest drawings that I did, you know what I'm saying? My whole art career, you know, even to today, even till this day, you know, the Welcome to the Grandies is one of my biggest drawings. Yeah, I just wanted to share that with y'all.
Facts.
Mud, drums, roll the window up if it's smoke, we want all of it. Gorillas and nuns. Any nigga playing in the jungle get annihilated, big pun. I'll bring the terror to a nigga, bitch, I'm done with playing. What I'm carrying is definitely for hunting bears. I brought gang in this bitch to put you in a chair. Put a 4 up in a 20, let this mud talk. Already heard about the op, yeah, he's no longer. Free kill shooter spinning from me pro bono. Heavy artillery, I'm holding it with both hands. I guess it's time for me to rewrite this chapter. I guess it's time for me to beat on the actress. Come here, let me put this meat on your ass cheeks. Any such tricky ball, and any catching it. Tech 9s for foul play about the ref here. Stupid chop and it came with the ADD. Additional drum, dummy, don't play with me. Talking to them agencies, he tryna run a perk op. 100 shots for a tough nigga. Work him out, nigga, both legs. I ain't speaking to these no names. All gas on these propane. Mud, drums. Roll the window up if it's smoke, we want all of it. Gorillas and nuns. Any nigga playing in the jungle get annihilated, big pun. I'll bring the terror to a nigga, bitch, I'm done with playing. What I'm carrying is definitely from hunting bears. Tricky drug deals, let the mud spill. I'm a demon in the coupe with a puff bar. Smoke a nigga with this cig, nigga puff puff. Even when the smoke clear, I'll be in the way. I get jiggy, hit a wrong song, shots fired. You could devo all them niggas, bro, but not I. Tools on me, jewels on me like a rabbi. Oh yeah, up sympathizer, we gon' baptize him. Give him a tour to Belair, you been waiting for it. Bitch, if you really want my time, you gon' pay me for it. Give him 23 shots, I'm a raging bull. Gotta run a better drill, tryna play with Jordan. Mud, drums. Roll the window up if it's smoke, we want all of it. Gorillas and nuns. Any nigga playing in the jungle get annihilated, big pun. I'll bring the terror to a nigga, bitch, I'm done with playing. What I'm carrying is definitely for hunting bears. I brought gang in this bitch to put you in a chair, man. Not sure. Roll the window up if it's smoke, we want all of it. Gorillas and nuns. Any nigga.
Caught him at the stop sign and didn't light change. $100,000 gone for these ice links.
My mama wanna know why I'm banging. She told me I'ma lose my life. I ain't tripping, I'm a crip and I'ma do it right. Before I run from a nigga, I lose the fight. I gotta hustle, mama, I'ma move the white. If I died and came back, I'd do it twice. Brainwashed by the block, it consumed my life. Cool nigga, but a killer when the mood is right. Bullets had the dogs hollering at the moon at night. Mama, it's cold outside, ain't no hope outside. Couple niggas getting money, most is broke outside. Rocks in the house, selling dope outside. Reminiscing on my niggas that got smoked outside. Suckers in the house when them lokes outside. Hustler gotta eat when them folks outside. Got a burner on my lap and I'm dipping in my bucket. Life's a bitch, nigga, fuck it. I don't give a fuck. Ride with my burner and my beat turned up. AC blowing in my window down. Chunking up my hood when I hit your town. I don't give a fuck. Ride with my burner and my beat turned up. AC blowing in my window down. Chunking up my hood when I hit your town. They said we probably die slanking, banking, pressing the line. All a nigga really got is my respect and my pride. Got a chopper for the coppers, keep protecting the ride. Every nigga got a limit, never step on the line. When the set say it's on, I'm expected to ride. Cause when the world say I'm wrong, I got to set on my side. Matter of fact, the nigga got to set on my back. Slow support, world ain't ready for that. Nigga, it's cold in my hood, ain't no hope in my hood. Couple homies couldn't cope, smoking dope in my hood. I can never ever be from no other hood. Never ever leave my folks in the hood. Thank the Lord every morning that I woke in the hood. In summers that I rode chrome spokes in the hood. If I never sold a mill off what I wrote in my hood, I ain't tripping. Cause niggas know I spoke for my hood. I don't give a fuck. Ride with my burner and my beat turned up. AC blowing in my window.
I know what's going on, man. Air, man. 20 years plus of friendship. Never switched, never folded. Nigga always held it down, man. Shout out to Joe, man, my brother, man, on Compton. We out here, man. It's gonna be a long day. They better pack the lunch. Oh yeah, man, get your Flyy Thugga fit. Don't forget. Flyy Thugga
Yeah.
Yeah, basically like on us on our way to the on our way to the podcast, like basically like on my way to the podcast. Huh?
Yeah, shit like that where niggas just doing shit like, you know what I'm saying, catching all that nigga. Catching it right now?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You on our way to this podcast, man, the final clip, man, to the documentary, man. The final clip. My boy GEECHI, man, we on our way, man.
On the way to the No Studio podcast, man. Y'all been tuning in real time to this Flyy Thugga movement, man. You know what I'm saying? What the fuck going on?
Yeah, we started from the bottom, man. Remember that. The story about to take off, though. That's the only thing about it. Even when you at the bottom, you know, you ain't really tripping because it's like, shit, you got that vision where you about to be at. You know what I'm saying? We know that this part of the story.
That part right there.
That's part of the story, being at the bottom. And I wouldn't even say feeling content or comfortable, but a nigga all right because we know where we headed to.
Show niggas. Kendrick says you gotta pop out and show niggas.
Yeah, this shit about to be real big, man. Then that's one thing about us too. When we put our word on something, when we stamp our word on something, man, that's what it's gonna be. Niggas say it's gonna be big, we gonna make sure it's big, man. We come from an era, we put our word on something, man, that shit mean a lot.
That's all a nigga got.
Yeah, we can't be looking silly. If we putting our name and our word on something, man, we gonna go full fledged, man, full force, man. All that we got. But at the same time, we got so much talent that we know we about to get somewhere. It's only the beginning.
Compton, nigga.
I mean, y'all three, but you know, like I say, outrageous in spirit. You know what I'm saying? But it's just like, damn, this is kind of, you know, it's emotional, but it's powerful. It's like, damn, really here, like this time.
That shit divine, though, bro, for real.
Sometimes you just gotta take in that, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Just that moment, you know what I'm saying? Like, damn, we here. Like, yeah, it's the final little clip, though. it's deep. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of, you know, for me, this real like.
No, I know, bro. I know. I was up in there with you. He was telling you. I know. It was cry. I told you I cried my way on to this motherfucker on there. Like, damn, cuz nigga out here like this shit crazy for real.
Yeah, but I'm ready. Whenever you.
Come on.
All right. Yeah. You know, I just want to give a shout out to all the people, you know what I'm saying, that inspired me, you know what I'm saying, to tell my story. My boy GEECHI GOTTI, you know what I'm saying, my boy Tiny No Good, you know, and Nutrageous, R.I.P.
R.I.P.
You know
Nutrageous.
what I'm saying, Kayvon Harris, you know what I'm saying, they always was big on me telling my story, you know what I'm saying, to connect with, you know what I'm saying, the Flyy Thugga clothing line, you know what I'm saying, and not only that, you know, them speaking, saying I had a unique story coming up out the hood, you know what I'm saying, catching life as a juvenile and getting out and being on a clothing line, you know what I'm saying, starting my own clothing line brand, you know, and it's crazy because I never thought too much of my life, you know what I'm saying, I thought my life was normal, you know what I'm saying, as anyone else's, you know, until when I got to prison, you know, at 18 years old, and I seen how they stereotype Compton as like the ghettos, and I'm like, in my head, I'm like, bro, like when you grew up in the hood, you know, you thinking your hood is I'm thinking my hood is the suburbs. I'm thinking my life is normal until I started being around other dudes and like listen to their stories, or even like these people, you know, that lifestyle wasn't normal, being as a, you know, watching, you know what I'm saying, seeing murders, motherfuckers get killed in the neighborhood for this gang or having to walk around with guns and watching every car because your life could get took. That wasn't that's not a normal.
That's normal for us.
Yeah.
Crazy but true.
Yeah, it's normal for us. You know what I'm saying? And another thing about my documentary, you know, I couldn't just do it in the backyard or just sitting in the house. You know what I'm saying? I had to get a tour, you know what I'm saying, through the neyborhood that I was born and raised in. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to say it wasn't dangerous. You know what I'm saying? Because that's a neighborhood that's known for wars and motherfuckers getting killed. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Through that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, I just feel I had to walk through and just give y'all a glimpse of my neighborhood and the history, you know what I'm saying, of growing up over there. You know what I'm saying? My grandfather is buried, you know what I'm saying, right behind the backyard of 166. You know what I'm saying? My dad, you know what I'm saying? He buried right there in that cemetery. Yeah, we in the hood right now. I'm about to go visit my grandfather gravesite, man. I ain't been through here since a little kid, man. I ain't been long. Hey. All right, yeah, in front of the two-story house, right? Yeah. All right. Yeah, I ain't been through here since a little kid, man. This shit is cool. Baby, you got it on right now? Yeah. This filming? Oh. Yeah, this shit crazy walking through this shit, bro. Yeah, but this 166th Street right here, you know what I'm saying? It's the backyard of 166th Street, man. This, you can show them this right here. Yeah, that's Central up there. You know what I'm saying? This Greenleaf. Yeah, this my neighborhood right here, though. don't got no water to wash the slabs or nothing, bro. I ain't been here since a little kid, man. I don't know where the hell I'm looking, man. Doctor. Grandpa's and that. A while back, man, they had this shit all on the news. People, you feel me, ripping up people's gravesites and shit, man. Nah, I sent the invite. I thought you used to. I thought you had got that Google Meet. Hey, so is the site like right by the Yeah, I don't know why there been no water. Should have been some water right. Yeah. Hey, so you saying this right by the side? Oh, but it's close alongside the gate though? Damn, well, I can't even see you. Hey, is it on like this side right here? Yeah, I wish this shit could get on speaker. Let me see. Huh? Hey, wait, what you mean I gotta go out? Yeah, but it's still showing like some, it's still showing some type of grave site, you know what I'm saying? So I can, so I get up and down right here. Yeah, but you say it's just in this area somewhere. Yeah, also. We're in this little house. I don't see no car up here. Yeah, that's why I was wondering. Yeah, so do you think what? I mean, so what do you think I should go to the? You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying the history, you know what I'm saying, of that neighborhood with me and growing up in, you know what I'm saying? I'm deeply rooted in that neighborhood, so I couldn't do my documentary in no backyard or just sitting in the backyard or, you know what I'm saying, in no house. What, we about to troop through the neighborhood. I ain't did this since I was 16, you know what I'm saying? So we're running around with y'all, so it's like, man, we had to do this walking through the neighborhood. I want to give y'all a glimpse of Compton, you feel me? Because you got all these marketing schemes where they put Compton on the movie and then you anticipating to see clips of Compton. Like when I was in prison, you know what I'm saying, I hear these movies that's titled Compton. I couldn't wait to see Compton because I've been going 20 years, so I can't wait. And then I'm be mad. Got everybody else on the yard mad because they talking about, you know what I'm saying, the Christmas in Compton or just certain things, like, you know what I'm saying, well, not to even bash y'all movie or whatever, but I'm just saying these certain clips when y'all say Compton, y'all think just about to really be in the trenches, and a person that's been down forever, they want to see Compton. I can't wait to see Compton, so I got everybody else, you know what I'm saying, they like, man, they ain't show Compton on there, man. Ooh. So I, you know, that was another thing for me. I wanted to show Compton, you know what I'm saying, I wanted to send y'all through a tour. I wanted to walk through that motherfucker. I don't care if I was walking through there by myself, I was gonna send y'all on a tour through Compton, man, through my elementary school, you know what I'm saying, where I first started joining. You know what I'm saying? And then not only that, you know what I'm saying, I also want to tell our story because I'm not gonna lie, after a while, like I say, I started realizing our culture and shit that we've been through and realized, damn, that wasn't normal. You know what I'm saying? From my life to the homies' lives, you know what I'm saying? Shit that we've been through and actually here, you know, my boy Nutrageous, you know what I'm saying? He I mean, you know, he did time for a murder as a juvenile, you know what I'm saying? Then got out, did 19,
solid time.
Did 19 years, and then he ended up getting killed less than a year of being home. But he one of the persons that inspired me to tell my story, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, that's why I want to give shout outs to him too. And he begged, you know what I'm saying, our lawyer, Best Stefferman, to take my case. You know what I'm saying? They got me home, him home, you know what I'm saying, Tiny No Good home. You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy I'm mentioning these people because they big in my life as far as with this story. Like I said, I didn't think much of my story. And I started thinking, like, you know, it was times on the yard when I was thinking to myself, like, I'm like, damn, bro, we really have been through a lot of shit. If I can speak on this shit, you know what I'm saying, we can better tell a hell of a story, you know what I'm saying, just from the shit that we known about, you know what I'm saying, from, you know, shit that transpired in the hood with motherfuckers getting killed here or there, or, you know what I'm saying, being shot, like my situation, like, but it was times I couldn't speak on that shit, but I was also thinking like, damn, if I could tell this story, bro, this would be a hell of a story. I'm sitting on the yard thinking like, damn, bro, like, you know what I'm saying, your story, you know what I'm saying, we all got, you know, that's why I say we done made it, you know what I'm saying, to, you know, I don't want to say OG because that sound like old. I know what you're saying, though, we done made it through and we here now.
Graduation progress,
But, you know what I'm saying, I'm not gonna lie, like, I love my city, bro, I love Compton, bro, I love our culture, but it's just crazy to know what come with our culture, so we can't take it personal, you know what I'm saying, this is basically our lives, and it's crazy because the outside of the world know what comes with Compton. When you mention Compton, ain't no gang violence, shooting, killing, you know what I'm saying, all of this shit that come with it, we just in the midst of living in it, you know what I'm saying, so that's why it kind of fuck us up in a sense, our mental, or just everything that come with that lifestyle. But to see us where we at now, and it's like, bro, we top dogs, you know what I'm saying, we don't need $1 million behind us, you know what I'm saying, we have our character, we have what we represented to the fullest, and standing on 10 toes as a man, and can't nobody take nothing from us, you feel me, whether a nigga at his richest or his lowest, like at the same time, nigga, I'm Baby Wood, nigga, can't nobody take that away from me. Come on, you know what I'm saying, you got niggas that's rich and wish they could, you know what I'm saying, that they could beat me, you know what I'm saying, or have stacks of money, nigga, but that don't, you know what I'm saying, you wish you had that status, you know what I'm saying, that a nigga got in everything that I done been through and stood firm to. So that's why I say, you know, everything has its time, you know what I'm saying, I'm patient, you know what I'm saying, but like I was saying with y'all too, you know what I'm saying, we, you know what I'm saying, we done, man, we made it this far, we don't need all of that, bro. You got niggas that got them stacks and they wish that they had the status of us, you know what I'm saying, coming from Compton and being,
Let me ask you a question, man. If you could put your story in one word, how would you describe it? If one word could tell your story. It was like, man, just give me one word that told the story of Flyy Thugga, man.
Man, I'm being on some Compton shit, man. I said Compton, man. Yeah. I realized, like, our culture, bro. Like, our culture, like, you know what I'm saying? Like I say, it was a lifestyle we adapted to. We product of our environments, you know what I'm saying? And just like the homie was saying earlier, we all being shot. And it's fucked up to say, you know what I'm saying? Like, I asked my cameraman if I could even speak on this, you know what I'm saying? He only stayed, like, 2 blocks over, you know what I'm saying? And it was like, it was... you know, he don't even gangbang, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he was shot, you know what I'm saying, on some mistaken identity, just being in the neighborhood. He don't even gangbang, bro. You know what I'm saying? He was raised right, but it's just crazy, like, to know, you know what I'm saying, this type of shit, the way our culture is in Compton is different, bro. We really a city of our own, you know what I'm saying? We can't really be compared to no other city, bro. You know what I'm saying? And like I only say Compton because, like I say, I realize our culture. You feel me? Even certain things we may go to jail over, or you know what I'm saying, our like way our lives turned out. I was talking to a girl before when I was in prison, and I told her that, you know what I'm saying, or she knew I was that I was born and raised in Compton, and I never told her about the time, you know what I'm saying, or what I was in there for. She already figured out, well, you from Compton, I already could expect what you was in there for. Like, you know, I never told I was in there for murder and there for a juvenile. But when I came time to tell her that, she said, well, I already had a sense because you're from Compton. And I'm like, damn it, like, fuck me up. She already know I've been in jail since a juvenile got murdered. Just based off from Compton. But I'm just saying that culture, bro. It's like that culture. We got a cold culture, bro.
Yeah, man. No, but that's a dope answer to that question. Like, so that's what this documentary is. That's what, you know what I'm saying? That's what Flyy Thugga is. It's Compton. Like, if you want to get a glimpse into what Compton culture is and how people in Compton dress, or how young, you know what I mean, fly, you know what I mean, gentlemen, you know what I mean, get dope out here and what they like to put on, man. Flyy Thugga is that a story of somebody that's coming from Compton. That's what this Flyy Thugga documentary is. You know what I'm saying? The mindset of somebody from Compton. That's Flyy Thugga documentary. You know what I'm saying? The perseverance, the resilience. You know what I'm saying? The triumph. You know what I'm saying? That's what Flyy Thugga is, man. So like he said, I'm appreciative to be considered an inspiration to you, because what you're doing is still inspiring me as well. You know what I'm saying? What you're doing is still inspiring to bro as well, I'm sure. You know what I'm saying? And like you said, man, Outrageous, Kevon, he inspired us as well, and that's shining through you. You know what I'm saying? Because he would be directing this. Yeah, if he was here. He'd be right here with us. He would be the cameraman. He would be the director. So he directing this shit, you know what I'm saying, through spirit with a nigga. You know what I'm saying? Because everything that he said and all that, you know what I'm saying, is helping with your vision as well. So that's what made this huge like that, man.
And not to cut you off, but I just want to, you know what I'm saying, speak on my boy Outrageous. You know what I'm saying? Kevon Harris, you know, he did 19 years. You know what I'm saying? He did life as a juvenile, went in with me. I mean, we caught our cases probably like 2 weeks apart, you know what I'm saying? As juveniles caught murders at 17 years old, and we ended up going through the system together. You know, we from the same neighborhood, you know what I'm saying? We went through the system together, you know what I'm saying? He begged the lawyer that got him free after 19 years to take my case.
Yeah,
you
my same attorney.
Yeah, the homie Tiny No Good.
Yeah, I had her first.
You know what I'm saying? She got 3 of us out from juveniles. You know what I'm saying? From murders as for murders as juveniles. You know what I'm saying? 3 of us.
Real
you know
deal,
what I'm saying?
real deal.
True
but
stories.
I'm just speaking. I'm just saying that to say, like, you know what I'm saying, it go back to the culture, you know what I'm saying, of Compton. You know what I'm saying? And then again, like I say, you know what I'm saying, my boy Outrageous, man, is I'm not gonna lie, it was emotional for me because, you know, I was like one of the close. Well, I'm not gonna take away from no other homie, but I feel like, you know, he was more closer with me because our bond and what we went through.
Earthquake gonna get you, bro.
Nah, hey, hear me now. I know they was on the yard.
Don't do that.
Nah, hey, nah,
bro, it's him. It ain't me.
Nah, I'm not taking away from nobody else, but we went through the system together. You know what I'm saying? And it was like even before he caught his case, me and T Black was going over there with him, talking with him. You know what I'm saying? We was, you know, we had a bond. You know what I'm saying? We the same age. You know what I'm saying? But but I just also wanted to speak on him because he a product, you know what I'm saying, our environment, our culture. Catching the murder at 17 and then doing all this time and then getting out and getting murdered, you know what I'm saying, less than a year being out, you know what I'm saying? So it speaks, like I say, to our culture, you know what I'm saying? That's why I was speaking in a sense earlier where I was saying it's hard to say you can't take this shit personal, you know what I'm saying, especially when you got loved ones. I mean, you know, from his own family members not going, you know, look at that same way, but when you look at it from the outside, and you can't take this shit personal. Like I said, I took it personal. You know what I'm saying? That's how I ended up crashing and doing all, because I took it personal. I allowed emotional, but at the same time, it's a sense of knowing, you know what I'm saying, the culture, the gang violence, and what transpired from that. That you can lose your life from this shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's, you know what I'm saying, that's why I say Compton. You know what I'm saying? I don't even just want to center my neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying we know different from LA or these other cities, but I'm gonna say Compton, and people know Compton speaks volume and what goes on in Compton and in our culture You know what I'm saying? So it's like now I try not to take it too personal about, you know what I'm saying, certain things that transpire, these cases and all of this shit, bro. It's the culture, bro.
Yeah.
Sure. And that's what I'm bringing through Flyy Thugga, through our brand, through the clothing brand. Because the shit I design, like I say, it don't even just speak about me, but the older homies, you know what I'm saying, that I grew up looking up to, that was fresh, fly in the hood. You know, them was all Flyy Thugga. That's where I got my style from. You know what I'm saying? It didn't just drop out the sky. You know what I'm saying? I grew up around these BGs, these OTGs. You know what I'm saying? Certain ones we done mentioned, my boy Lil Spank, my boy N-Dog, my boy Ace. You know what I'm saying? BGC man. You know what I'm saying? C-Boy. You know what I'm saying? Greg. You know what I'm saying? It goes on and on. You know what I'm saying? But I'm saying they style and dressing. I was up under these dudes at 16 years old watching them dress and seeing how they dress. So when I see them, you know what I'm saying? Now I know how to put my shit together. So I'm, you know what I'm saying? I'm looking like a younger version of them. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to Compton High getting all the hoes down because I got these niggas swagger. You know what I'm saying? Part of me. They, you feel me?
Come on, bro.
Yeah,
True story.
Sure, Flyy Thugga ain't even just me. It's the people that I grew up around. You know what I'm saying? That showed me how to.
Little bit of everybody up in there. You can look at everybody.
Like I say, you know what I'm saying?
We ain't even need all of us, man.
Yeah, we ain't even need the most money, bro.
Yeah,
we know how to put this shit on and look good and carry ourselves like lokes, like men, and be on some Dougie shit. You know what I'm saying? For sure.
Easy
call, man. You know what it is, man. Man, that's real. Yeah, that's a drop the mic moment on him. That's Flyy Thugga. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, man. You know what it is.
Oh, yeah, and shout out to Deeply Rooted, man, for filming that.
Oh, yeah, Deeply Rooted and all that, man.
Deeply Rooted.
You know, for the camera crew, you know, walking through the neighborhood with me and filming that. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate it, bro. And shout out to GEECHI, GOTTI. You know what I'm saying?
Salute.
You know what I'm saying? For the podcast, for the inspiring, you know what I'm saying? Inspiring me to do the documentary, you know, telling my story, getting my story out there. You know what I'm saying? This is a Compton, a real Compton story, you know what I'm saying? I just appreciate everything, you know what I'm saying? The support.
For sure. You already know, brother. Yeah, man. That's him. You made him put that, you know what I'm saying?
I think the best stories is those, you know, starting from nothing, you know, but, you know, somebody with a gift and a passion, you know, to get them somewhere. You know, doing something that they actually love, you know what I'm saying? Do stories is motivating stories. You know, when you see a person starting from nothing, though, you know, but they got this gift, it's gonna take them somewhere. And I feel like my story is one of those stories, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't have nothing. I don't got much. But I know where I'm about to get. I know where I'm about to be. You feel me? And that's good enough for me, you know what I'm saying? Especially my situation, you know what I'm saying? Coming from the circumstances that I came from up under. Well, you know, this right here is my life. You know, art, you know, fashion, you know, my story. And I feel like that's enough. You know, I'm confident in where I'm about to be. You know what I'm saying? You go through shit momentarily, but, you know, as long as you got that vision, you know what you want and where you headed to, you know what I'm saying, you're going to get there. You know what I'm saying? I believe that that vision is half of the process. You know, getting to where you want to be or where you're going to be. You got to be able to vision it. You got to be able to see it. And I see it. I see everything clear.
Animal from 6-0. Hey, Animal, tell the people, you feel me, how it was. Juvenile hard, shot and all.
6-0, juvenile hard. This nigga was shot. Damn near whole hip blew off with a K and all that shit. Nigga still going up, active, squabbling, everything. With the business, not giving a fuck about none of that shit. Nigga, 6-0, we was all loud. Look, cuz go up.